Hi, and welcome to Network Security Lab Series, Lab 9, Intrusion Detection Using Snort walkthrough. As you can see here, I'm already logged into the lab and have navigated over to the Content tab. Before we begin, I suggest you undock the content by selecting the drop-down arrow on the tab and place this side by side to your lab, as you're going to need this to walk through with me. I'm going to make this a little bigger so hopefully you can see it better. And go ahead and select the Topology tab. So, as an introduction, we're going to go through some of this text. On page 3, it starts with the introduction stating this lab is a part of a series of lab exercises intended to support courseware for network security training. This lab includes the following tasks. Number 1, configuring the Windows 2008 firewall. Number 2, setting up the sniffer. Number 3, detecting unwanted incoming traffic. And number 4, detecting unwanted outgoing traffic. Next, review the key terms. You'll need to understand these terms as we go through the context of the lab. On page 4, there's a copy of the lab topology. Now understand that on this diagram in the text, it is not interactive, but in the lab it is. So if you selected or clicked on any of the devices in the actual lab, it will take you to that virtual machine. On page 5, there's a section called Lab Settings, and this is a listing of all the virtual machines we're going to utilize during this lab. It'll provide you the IP addresses, the account information, and the password. Now, you could log in as we go through the lab, or to make things a little more efficient, I would suggest you log in beforehand, as that is the steps that I will be doing, is making sure that I'm already logged into each of these devices before we start. That concludes the introduction for Lab 9. Come back to my next video. We're going to go over Lesson 1, configuring the Windows firewall.